welcome back to Mid-Century Picking. This is part 2 in a review video that I did on a website I found about a month ago called Modern Furniture Max. It's a pretty cool website. It's a cheap place to find mid-century modern reproductions. The furniture is good. I use it for the purpose of reselling, as many of you people know. And this is part 2 where I'm going to show you unboxing the item that I ordered in part 1. I'm also going to show you the setup process. I'll review the coffee table as well for people that are interested in that Eames, Fathom, bentwood, molded plywood coffee table, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm also going to show you how I post my ads on Craigslist so that you can see just the tricks I use. And it'll be an all-inclusive video from start to finish with ordering the product, it being shipped here, the setup, the staging, the photographing, and then finally putting it on Craigslist for the purpose of selling it to make a profit. So let's get started. Okay, so this is a setup process for the LexMod Eames Reproduction Fathom coffee table. It's also sometimes referred to as a molded plywood coffee table or a bentwood coffee table. This one's made by LexMod, sold through Modway. It's a pretty good table. It's basically just a molded plywood core. Over the top of that, this one has a wire brush finished oak veneer, and it assembles with 4 legs and then 2 screws per leg. And the Allen wrench that you need to tighten the screws through the legs into the table, is also included. So the process is super simple. It goes together in about 3 to 4 minutes, and the table itself is nice. I totally recommend it. It's about $100, so for $100 you can't beat a cool mid-century modern style coffee table, even if it is a reproduction piece. Okay, so here's the table all set up. Now, what I like to do when posting on Craigslist is always stage it in your place, because if you just copy the stock photos online and post it, you might sell a couple pieces after a while, but everyone is going to email you asking for real photos. It's like the most annoying thing. I don't know why. I've tried it before in the past so many times, just being like, hey, this is the exact table I have. Mine's in perfect condition, so it looks exactly like this. And every single person wants to see photos of your piece before they come out to look at it. So make it easier on yourself. Just take the items, set them up, stage them in your apartment, and post original photos, so it'll sell a lot faster. What I like to do, and I haven't done it in this video, but try to stage it with items on that piece. So for a coffee table, I'll use different mid-century modern style decor. Sometimes we have like a little goat skull or a cow skull. We have different mid-century modern style books that I recommend. Flowers, succulents, stuff like that. Put it on the table. Try to make it as cool as possible. That way, people that maybe aren't as creative, they don't have to visualize how cool it could be if they own the piece. So with our apartment, what I like to do is take photos that show other cool mid-century modern style pieces around it. It just adds to the flavor. The piece will sell a lot quicker. And then if you're selling an item that might not be super mid-century or might not be super trendy or very cool, the other items in the room will essentially validate that piece. So it's a cool little trick, and your items will sell a lot faster. So okay, so we have our item. It's been shipped to our house. We purchased it off modernfurnituremax.com. We've unboxed it, we've set it up, we've staged it, we've photographed it. The next step is to post it on Craigslist. So pull up your local Craigslist website and go to your account, and I'm going to show you what I do and the tricks that I have for selling things on Craigslist and what we've found success doing. So go to your account and log in. I'm going to blur this all out to protect my account. Also, we sell a ton of stuff. You're going to wonder why probably a lot of stuff gets blurred on our videos. Our main bread and butter is buying and selling furniture locally where we're at. So we really don't want to be affiliated with anything that would stop the people here locally in town from buying our pieces of furniture, because the reality is they could get it cheaper. So, put in my password. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is go and click new posting over here, and then for sale by owner. Never post in for sale by dealer, even if by definition you are a dealer. Don't do that. I don't like posting in antiques because a lot of people don't think to look there. I always do furniture by owner. I think people also think that they're going to get it cheaper if it's furniture by owner. Click the city you're in. This will be blurred out, but click my city, and then create a tile. So here's my line of reasoning and what I found success doing. Mid-century modern furniture, the people that go after it, the majority of people that go after it, it's almost a treasure hunt for them, right? A lot of this stuff, I mean, this is obviously a reproduction piece, but it's still going to appeal to the same kind of person that's going to buy an authentic piece. So the people that go after it, they go after it in the same sense as a treasure hunt. They want to find pieces, and they want to find them for good deals. They want to search through Craigslist after work or during work or whatever, and they want to get excited when they find something that they perceive to be a good deal. So if you straight out tell people, hey, this is a mid-century modern coffee table, it's at this price, blah blah blah, people already think that you are the one that found it. It's this weird subconscious thing that I found, and I ask people when they come to buy stuff their reasoning when they bought the ad, and this is what I found. The more aloof, the more vague, and speaking in generalities that you do, you're going to have more success, because that person's going to find your ad and be like, well, what's this coffee table and it's at this price, and oh my god, that's mid-century modern, that's awesome. So here's what I do, and then here's how I attract all those people. So for this, I would just say coffee table. That's it. I put in for $200, put in your location, your zip code, put in mine, and then I'm super vague about it. So I'd say something like this, like, and I try to make it as upbeat and positive and fun as possible. Hey, and that's it. It's super vague as possible. So you're probably thinking, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why would you make a video about it? But here's the tricks that I do. So I then will bring up my notepad, okay? My notepad, mid-century modern keywords, highlight all this, and these are the keywords that I'm going to use to attract everybody. It's got a whole selection of stuff in there between different mid-century modern designers, different keywords, mid-century, MCM, Eros, Iranian, 1960s, 1950s, 70s, whatever. It's going to attract almost anybody that's searching for anything related. Now, if you just press enter on this Craigslist ad to go down, because you basically want it posted down as far as possible in the ad, so that the people that come here to this ad and they're just like, oh, it's just a coffee table asking $200, they probably don't even know what it is. They don't see like your 4,000 keywords and be like, what the heck? Like, so you want it down as far as possible. If you just press enter on this Craigslist post, Craigslist will not space break it, okay? So what you want to do is you want to hit the space bar a couple times, and you'll hear that noise in the background. Just hit it 2 or 3 to 5 times, whatever, and just keep pressing enter. Craigslist, what that does is Craigslist recognizes that as actual content on your Craigslist post, and then when you post your keywords, which I'm going to do right now, Craigslist will then keep that far down the ad, and I'll show you what that looks like once we go to preview. But just make sure that you do that 20 to 30 times, and that way when people click on the ad, chances are they won't scroll all the way down to see your keywords. They'll just see your post that says coffee table, $200. Oh, really quickly too, the one thing I will do, and I'd recommend, and I'm not doing this now because I've actually already posted this coffee table and I've already sold it. I posted it right away, sold it within actually right away as well. And the reason I do that is because it's all about quick turnover. It doesn't matter so much how much you make necessarily on a piece, as long as you're doing that as many times possible in a month. So I already posted it, but make sure you always put the measurements in here too. And it could look as something as simple as like, I don't know, by 16, what is coffee tables usually 16 inches tall? I mean, it could be something like that. Everyone's going to ask you for measurements. Even if they don't care about the measurements, they feel like they have to ask you about the measurements. So if you don't want to be responding to a ton of emails, sending them basically the same thing, put the measurements in every single time. And it's as simple as just incorporating better habits in when you go and find pieces. So the second I get a piece, whether it's at a thrift store or if it gets shipped to my house, the first thing I do once it's set up or pulled out is I measure it. I write the measurements down on my phone. If I'm going to load it into my van when I'm thrifting, I basically measure it before it goes into my van. I take photos before it goes into my van, and then I take all the hassle out. So make sure you put measurements in. Anyways, space break, post your keywords, and that's basically it. Condition, I'm going to put excellent. Put your phone and your phone number and your name. That's going to be a lot easier too. Some people, they might really like your piece, but they don't want to go through the hassle of emailing you to see if it's still there and then have to get your contact information. So I always put my phone number in there. Click continue. And then this pulls up the little mini map. I usually just press continue again, and then add your images. And we've already done that. So here are my images for the coffee table. You haven't seen the pictures of them staged with stuff, but again, I recommend staging all your pictures. And let's see why this isn't loading. So yeah, really quickly while this is loading, I just, again, on that same train of thought, the more vague you can make it, it almost makes the person that's buying the piece have that experience of, hey, I found this, it's almost a thrill of the hunt, I guess you could say. So, and I enjoy that. I mean, when we go and find pieces, that's half the reason why we do what we do. It's the thrill of the hunt. So I'm gonna pause this, and once they're loaded, then I'll, because it's taking forever, then I'll unpause it. But basically, we use a GoPro to take pictures of everything. I found that the GoPro images are so high quality, and you can put really cool filters on them, like fisheye lenses and things like that, that just the quality of the content makes the items sell a lot quicker. So I guess now I don't need to post it since I talked through it. And once this final one loads, we'll just click done with images. Cool. So down here, done with images. And yeah, coffee table. Oh, the other thing too is I'll go through and I'll usually try to, I'll toy around with my feature image because that's kind of your hook for getting people to click. So you kind of want your best one to be there. I actually really like this one. You want the best one to be your feature image. That's what's going to be the hook to get people to click on your ad. So click done with images. And then you're done. Just click publish. If you have an account that's phone verified, you don't have to go to your email and click publish from your email. Sometimes you get this, it's a redirect, you basically just lost the page. Just hit refresh and it should post it. And then you can view your ad right here by clicking on that. And that's literally all it is. Now the only thing I will do, so look, people load the page, they're gonna see this, right? It's gonna have your quick little snippet, thanks, that's it. They might scroll down a little bit and be like, okay, cool, that's it. But all the way down here is all your keywords that are gonna attract anybody. Let's say someone just types in Eames, right? They're not gonna find your coffee table by your description unless you have these keywords down here. So the more keywords, the better. Yeah, it's awesome. And that's it. So we actually posted this coffee table. It sold right away. We bought it for a little over $100. We sold it, ended up selling it for 190. We probably could have gotten a little bit more, but again, I'm kind of more on the train of thought of the more product I sell, even if it's for a little bit less, I'm going to make more money. So, and that finishes up basically part 2 of Modern Furniture Max review. So I'll do a whole nother video explaining how I post my Craigslist ads, because we use a couple things like virtual private networks to mask our IP so I can have multiple accounts. We use different programs to get multiple basically burner phone numbers so I can phone verify more accounts, and that's because Craigslist has certain parameters for how many ads you can post a day, how many ads you can renew a day from a certain IP address. So I'll actually make another video explaining all those little tips and tricks that we use, because sometimes we're adding 15 new Craigslist posts per day on different items, and then we're renewing another 30 or 40. So you need to have a couple accounts basically to be able to sell all your items if you're going to do this full time. Anyways, that's Modern Furniture Max. I love it. It's going to be my way from now on of buying and selling mid-century modern reproductions. Yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out the website, midcenturypicking.com, and stay tuned for more videos. If you haven't, click subscribe, and if you could hit the like button, that would definitely help too. Cheers.